Holy shit.
Hello everyone, this is Makwa Lake, and there's a lot to see in just this photo. Let's take a look. Starting with Perge Creek, there are 5 different inflows for this lake. Next is Manistakuan Creek, the largest tributary. In the south end of Jumbo Lake is Exner and Mawa Creek. Just north of town is the Loon River, and this lake is drained by the dammed Makwa River. So, with 2 bridge narrowings, you might be wondering, how many lakes am I looking at? Well, it's complicated. Historically, this was 2 smaller lakes, draining into a third larger lake, drained by the Makwa River. However, since the installation of the Makwa Lake Control Dam, the water level has been raised, and the lakes now all share the same elevation, making this just one big lake. With these important stats, Makwa Lake earns the score 7 out of 10, and therefore a great place to spend May long weekend. By Saturday morning, I was ready for my first adventure. The only issue, a thick layer of smoke has just rolled in. The plan was to set off from Steel Narrows and paddle roughly 6 kilometers to Manistakuan Creek. However, if you get to the water and see the lake looks like this, don't go. But ignoring the smoke, the conditions are favorable, and I might not get another chance at this. So I'll set off, toss a spoon, and begin the long paddle across the lake. Eventually, we'll find ourselves at a narrowing, surrounded by flooded muskeg. Because of its shallow water mixed with high vegetation, it's a great place to find pike. So I'll toss this spoon in the middle of the narrowing.
Come on. Miss it. There it is. Oh yeah, that's right. Come on, come on. Sorry, buddy. Okay, see how that shows up on camera. Regardless, we got that. And gotcha. There we go. That's a decent size one. Boom. Boom. Away he goes.
We are now right in front of Manistakuan Creek. The plan is to cast this spoon right where the creek meets the lake.
Come on. There we go. Yeah. This guy's got some fight in him. A lot of fight in him, actually. Man. It's a nice fish. Nice fish indeed. Fish.
We will now begin paddling up Manistakuan Creek. It's a neat experience being surrounded by a kilometer of reeds and cattails. Typically, after paddling up a creek, I would expect to be stopped by a beaver dam. But because there's no riverbank, there are no beaver dams. I wouldn't mind one right now. It would do a nice job visualizing the flow of the creek, and it would give me a reason to turn around. I could paddle upstream for miles, unobstructed. Instead, I'll head back and visualize the course of Manistakuan Creek on its way to Makwa Lake. Once I'm back to where the creek meets the lake, I'll continue tossing this spinner.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we've got something here for sure. For sure we do. Oh, he's not an easy one. Big fish.
After catching another 2 fish, I decide it's time to head back. We'll paddle our way to shore and then make our way back to camp. After a few hours, the smoke is lifted a little, and it's a good time to head back out. So we will set off with the plan of paddling through Jumbo Narrows, across Makwa Lake, and checking out the Loon River. And with the weather cooperating perfectly, I had a good feeling about this.
There it is. There it is. Nice pull on it. Come on. Come on. I got you. Let's go. Let's go. Alright, easy does it. Not bad. Not bad at all. Get that out of there.
We've made it to Jumbo Narrows. The only problem, there's a beaver dam across it. Even worse, it's not even holding the water up, further enforcing that this is all just one lake. So, am I really going to let a beaver wreck my plans? Yes I am. So, we'll stick to Jumbo Lake, and basically just paddle aimlessly, casting as we go.
There it is. That's right. That's right. Very nice. Just barely hooked. Use out. Not bad.
Sometimes beaver lodges can be a good place to find pike, as both animals are looking for the same things, so this could be a good spot.
Doggy's first fish.
With a total of 8 pike today, let's head back and call it a night. The next morning, we will drive back to Steel Narrows for a shorter paddle to Perge Creek. We'll set off from the Narrows boat launch and paddle around the peninsula. Eventually, we will reach Perge Creek, another inflow surrounded by flooded muskeg. This is likely due to the dam raising the water level. A symptom is having no riverbank, and therefore no beaver dams. So once again, I could paddle much further than I feel like, although there are some interesting lakes up ahead. Paddling upstream reveals the bridge for Highway 699. Passing under the bridge puts us in an interesting biome. It's not quite lake, and it's not quite river. It's also a bird's paradise. And the beavers seem to like it too. We will now paddle back, visualizing the flow of Perge Creek heading toward Makwa Lake. Once back on the lake, toss this spoon towards the creek.
There it is. Come on. There we go. Come on. That's... Yep. We got him. He got off. Dang.
We will now begin to paddle our way back to the boat launch. We will pass through the Steel Narrows and check out a small section of Upper Makwa Lake. And it doesn't take long before I've got a bite. After catching 3 fish, I decided it's time to call it a day. Near the boat launch, there's a hill that one can climb that comes with a good view and a historic past. Once we're back at camp, let's take a moment to appreciate the nice weather. After that, we'll see the downside of nice weather. We have to share it with bugs. The solution: bug nets. By 6 o'clock, it was a good time to head back out on the kayak. The only goal, to revisit the beaver lodge that I saw yesterday. As a general rule, beavers tend to look for bodies of water with drainage and 5 to 6 feet in depth. Pike, especially in the spring, are looking for the same thing. So, not too far from the lodge, I'm going to try this spinner.
Come on, tell me that's a fish. Tell me that's a fish.
Holy shit.
Oh my word. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Oh my word. I'd almost prefer it just get off. Oh. Look at this thing. Look. Blown away. Blown away. Oh, you've got a hook stuck in deep. And it's not mine.
Alright, let's rewind and see what I did wrong. First off, I had never caught a pike this big before, and once they get to a certain size, you have to grab them differently. Having not learned that, I was likely to drop this fish from the start. It's too bad, because it has a hook stuck in its side that I would have liked to get out. Clearly, this is a good spot, and I'll continue to cast nearby.
There it is. There it is. Alrighty. Another strong pull.
After catching another small fish, I decided it's time to call it a night. We'll spend some time relaxing at camp and then head to the town of Loon Lake to check out a powwow. The final morning is another nice spring morning, and we've got one last day to explore the lake. Today, we'll head to the dammed outflow and start on the upriver side. We are now looking at the Makwa Lake Control Dam. This lake was originally dammed in 1965 and upgraded to a concrete dam in 2010. When the dam was rebuilt, a fish ladder was also installed. It does a nice job showing us the flow out of Makwa Lake. Generally, upstream of a dam is a good place to catch fish, so I'm going to try casting this topwater frog.
That's crazy. That was a ferocious strike. This thing absolutely demolished frog. Good sized fish here too.
We'll paddle our way to where the river meets the lake, but there isn't much else to see on this side of the dam. On the other side, we're given a visual of how much Makwa Lake is being held up. Roughly 2 feet. We can also see the downriver side of the fish ladder, once again showing us the current of the Makwa River. Looking downstream, we can see the bridge that makes up Highway 26. We will now make our way downriver, casting as we go until we reach a beaver dam. This will be as far downriver as we can go. We will then make our way back upriver to the dam, which will conclude the weekend spent at Makwa Lake. There's still 3 inflows left that I haven't seen, so we'll have to come back. Thanks for watching another episode of the Lakes, Rivers, and Dams of Saskatchewan. Don't forget to join next weekend. Thanks for watching.